Guys, what a whirlwind seasons 1 and 2 were. I am so excited for season 3 of the Hashtag Wednesday Match Play presented by Eat Sleep Golf that I wanted to do a little preview. We're not quite ready for season 3's premiere, but I wanted to pour a glass of wine and spend a couple of minutes with you to kind of recap seasons 1 and 2 and just talk about what season 3 is going to look like. A lot of changes are coming to the Hashtag Wednesday Match Play, and the biggest change that you might notice right off the bat, I got wireless earbuds. I'm pretty excited about these. I have these in my ears all the time. It's funny, I get comments from people, oh, those look like you have Q-tips in your ears or whatever, but they are fantastic. They're never in the way. They stay in my ears longer, and I think that it's going to help provide a little bit better of an experience for everyone at home and everyone listening to the podcast. Seasons 1 and 2 they almost didn't happen. So I had been doing what was called the Friday Foursome every Friday afternoon for a few seasons. Never really took it serious. It was just fun and witty. And then I quit that. And Scott Stevens from Eat Sleep Golf said, hey, you're going to keep doing this, but we're going to change it. He got on board. Eat Sleep Golf got on board. They're on board for another season. So season 3 is going to be packed with a ton of great content. So seasons 1 and 2 featured a lot of really, really high quality guests. And there's so many episodes that I remember. I mean, I'm gonna go through a quick list here of some of the most memorable episodes. And it's so humbling to know that there are so many good golf brands that are willing to come to bat and spend some time with us on the show. I mean, I remember John McGuire actually 2 years ago this week. We were live from the PGA show, and I'm not in Orlando for the PGA show this year, but it's still fitting that I'm recording this preview for you at home the week of the PGA show. We had Rick Artemek from the Golf Channel Amateur Tour, Spencer Schaub from Pronghorn, a true managed property in Bend, Oregon that is a fantastic 36-hole property. If you ever get the chance, highly recommend going there. Gabrielle Aloisi, who lives up in Tampa, who runs a really cool marketing company, and I'm actually working with him on a piece right now for Tiburon Golf Club at the Ritz-Carlton Golf Resort Naples. And I remember that because that was early on in our relationship, and he hosts his own podcast, but he's never really on video, so it was fun to get him on video. And since then, I have actually joined his syndicated podcast network, the Golf Radio Network, and this very show is available on iTunes and Stitcher and SoundCloud and Google Play, you name it, as a podcast. So if you don't subscribe here on YouTube, make sure you head over there and subscribe on your favorite podcast. It's just the audio version, but to that, we're going to be making some changes in season 3 as well, with some more introductions and some more insight into the guests before we actually dig in. And that's something that I learned from Gabrielle, and I'm very excited to very excited to be able to bring to everyone at home. We have Brian Cooper from The Big Break. I've actually had the chance to meet him several times. He's out in Scottsdale. Jesus Martinez was back. He had been on the show early on as the general manager of Papago Golf Course in Phoenix, Arizona, came back as the golf guy over at Topgolf, and now he's left the golf business altogether. So unfortunately, I'm not going to have him back on this season, but unless he comes back to the golf business. We had Chip Essig from the PGA of America, longtime personal friend of mine, and it was really cool to get to have him on the show. Danielle Tucker from the Golf Club Radio Show. I've actually been on her show, so that was fun. She's out in Hawaii, so it was fun to have her on the show. We had Doc Griffin. I mean, talk about a character. He can come on this show anytime he wants. He is a good personal friend of mine. He is my club fitter, and he is just a nice Southern boy. Love hanging out with him. Love getting to know him. And every time we talk, it just gets better and better. Dan Attaway came on the show. He's over at Golf Galaxy. Another personal friend of mine. He's also a guy that I lean on a lot for my fitness and my dietary restrictions and so forth. And he's also just a really nice guy. We had Keith Bank from the hit movie Tommy's Honor. Fantastic film if you haven't seen that. We had Patrick Wynn from 4Golf. That's a true Topgolf similar type concept in Texas. We had Jeff Payne from Golf Canada. I'm actually going to be playing in a golf tournament that is presented by the PGA of Canada in March. So look for some some details about that coming soon. We had Kelly Blake Moran from Kelly Blake Moran Architects. He's become a good friend of mine. He comes down here to Naples quite a bit. We had Lisa Longball. We had Kate Ritter from Kate's Nutrition. Her book, I'm not quite finished with her book, but her book is fantastic. So we had Patrick Newcomb from PGA Tour Latino America. We had Jeremy Schilling. Speaking of Jeremy Schilling, I'm going to be on his podcast soon. And he was from PGA Magazine, and he's got a podcast. We had Taryn Schaefer from the PGA Tour. She was close to the end of season 2. And I mean, just a ton of more guests. Like, I can't name them all. But first off, I'd like to thank every single one of those guests for coming on the show. Those are all available for listening pleasure on iTunes, Google Play, and on a YouTube playlist. Going forward, again, all season 3 episodes will also be on that playlist. So highly encourage you to check that out on youtube.com/Ricky Lee Potts. And for 2018, we've got already a pretty set lineup for the next couple of months. It's kind of fun. We have people starting to contact us to be on the show, which is very exciting. The season premiere, we're going to feature Eric Hendrickson from Ping. Very excited to learn more about that brand. You see a lot of club manufacturers releasing new clubs left and right, but you don't really hear a lot from Ping. And I don't think that's a bad thing. And, you know, you got a lot of guys on tour that are playing their clubs. We got Rob Coleman, a guy that I've known on Twitter for a long time. I've met him a few times from Global Golf Post, coming on the show. We've got Roland Vaughn. He's a buddy of mine. He's a general manager at Troon Property Shadow Hills Golf Club. He's going to come on, and that was a lead from Brady Wilson, GM over at Ak-Chin Southern Dunes, my old home course that I miss dearly and love seeing all the stuff that they're doing there. We've got Bobby Clampett, former PGA Tour winner and now leads Impact Zone Golf at Tiburon Golf Club. He's going to be on the show, and just a ton of really fun guests. And with 2018, we got a new format. So the format's going to be a little different. It's not going to be live. It's going to be live when we record it, but it's going to be released instead of at 8 p.m. on a Wednesday night, where I'm not sure a lot of people are up or watching, and I'm not trying to conflict with, you know, family plans or dinner plans or what have you. So we're going to release it a little bit earlier. It's going to release at 10 a.m. on Wednesday mornings, every Wednesday. Now that we're going to be recording them in advance, you're never going to miss a week. So the entire season is going to be consistent every Wednesday at 10 a.m. So we're very excited about that. And, you know, the fact that the podcast is in place, that's really fun to be able to just to log on to iTunes or Google Play and to watch, or I'm sorry, to listen, because it's an audio format versus the video format if you just want to listen to it while driving in the car or what have you. And, you know, video views are growing, subscribers are viewing. So if you don't subscribe, make sure you click the subscribe button. When I post these videos, Eat Sleep Golf shares them every Thursday morning. So make sure that you're out there, you're watching, you're sharing. And if you have any recommendations of guests that you want to have on the show, let us know. We always are looking to add new ideas, new brands. It doesn't matter if it's a golf club manufacturer or if it's a local teaching pro or if it's a superintendent or you name it. If it's golf, we want them on this show. So we look forward to season 3 being a little bit more dialed in, so to speak. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of really good guests. We're going to have a lot of fun talking to everybody. And the first episode of season 3 will be released on February 7th, 2018. Can't wait to dig in. We've got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Eric, I'm looking forward to talking to you about Ping, everything you have going on. The week after that, we have Rob Coleman, so we'll be chatting about Global Golf Post, and I can't get enough of that publication. And we've got a lot of fun planned for 2018, so buckle up. It's going to be a fun ride. And as always, on the hashtag Wednesday Match Plays, you have to remember to eat, sleep, golf.